We're here with Tony Maja. I like to call him Uncle Tony, a good friend of mine. And this year, Tony's got something new. We got pre-marked wire. So Tony, tell me about it. What did you do on this pre-marked wire? Like, how are we putting this together now?
Well, the problem is when you use wire, either it's stainless steel or Monel,
right.
You don't know how many feet you're letting out unless you mark it.
Right.
There are different ways to mark it. You can mark it telephone wire, rubber. We did a shrink wrap here, and this worked out pretty good. It's one of the most durable ways of marking wire today. Mm-hmm. Just don't forget, it gets a lot of pressure. It gets pressure from the tip of the rod when you're reeling it in, and this held up pretty good. And I came out with 4 colors, because normally we use about 300 feet of wire. So I mark out the first 100 in green.
Okay.
Then 50 foot after, I go red at the 150 mark, the white at the 200 mark, and the blue at the 250 mark, which leaves the remaining 50 feet.
Right, and then from
so
that,
it's very basic. Yeah, it's very basic. You have red, white, and blue. You can't get confused.
Right.
So. And normally you don't let out more than 300 feet. You would add weight if you had to, like a drill sinker or whatever. But it's very, very popular. I can't keep it in the house.
Well, it's great too because number one, it seems super flexible.
Yes.
Playing with it. I mean, it's really flexible, which is nice.
Right.
Number two is like how many times you're out wire line trolling. You bring your 2 setups. Right. Something happens, your wire kinks, you lose your wire. That rod's out of commission.
Out of commission.
Couple spools right here. Put it back on. It's ready pre-marked. You don't have to worry about someone doing it for you or going home and doing it. I mean, it's a tedious thing, and it takes a while to actually mark your own wire with a thing and measuring it and then go wrap it and then do another one. It could take you an hour to do one reel.
Oh, easy out.
Yeah,
easy.
It's a pain.
I used to mark the schoolyard by my house with every 100 feet.
A little spray paint on
it. Spray paint, and that's the way I did it. But now this took all the work out of it.
Oh, it's a great,
matter of fact,
idea. It's a great
everybody
product.
that uses my product, they tell me, Tony, you're making it too easy for us. The old timers hate it, because we used to work hard at this.
No, it's great.
I'm doing this about 45 years, so it's a long time. But it really works. And naturally, I have the unmarked. If you want to do it yourself, I have the unmarked wire, and you know about the bungee cord too?
Yeah, I definitely want to ask you about the bungee, but also back on this real quick.
Yeah.
Sure. Stainless or Monel? Monel softer, stainless a little more rigid.
Yeah.
What about sink rate? They sink the same?
Sink rate is more with Monel. Monel's a little heavier.
Okay, so it's a little dense.
Yeah, I would say on a spool, you're talking about maybe probably 4 ounces more.
Okay,
2 to 4 ounces, maybe 2 to 4 ounces more with the Monel.
So approximately 5 feet then, if you're on a Monel.
Yeah.
So this right here is going to get you this 300 foot of stainless is going to get you down around 30 feet.
30 feet.
The Monel, 32, 35 feet.
Up to 35.
Up to 35.
Depending on conditions.
Excellent. Also new, well, not really so much new, you had it out, I believe, last year.
Last year, yeah.
Is the bungee system, which this year I'm really excited to try this out.
Well, this is a great idea. My boat, I only have an 8.5 foot beam.
Right.
So I can use two bunker spoon rods, and that's it. If I'm using wire or braid, because they'll tangle if you use any more. So now we devised this bungee cord, which this serves the purpose of the tip of the rod.
Of the bungee rod.
Yes,
right.
the bungee will give you that action that the tip of the rod does.
Right.
So you attach one end to the ball. You let this out behind your boat. You can always use mono. You don't use any other, just use monofilament line. You make a dropper loop, put it 25 feet, anywhere between 15 and 25 feet behind the boat, clip it on that, drop the ball down, and that's it.
And that spoon's going to get the action, everything's good?
The tip of the bungee will give you the same action the tip of the rod.
Right, gotcha.
Almost the same action.
Right.
So now, if you have an 8.5 foot beam, you have 4 lines in the water rather than 2.
Right, because 2 are dropping straight down, close to the boat,
close to the boat, and you don't have to reel them in when you have a fish on. Just lays right there.
Sure, they're right there.
So simple.
Definitely excited to use this year.
Simplicity, that's the way to go.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Picking up a downrigger this year, I'm going to try it out.
Yeah.
Hopefully we get you on the boat this year.
I'll be there.
Excellent, nice.
You got to get me a room. I can't make the trip back.
Oh, no problem. I got my house. You can stay at my house anytime you want, Tony.
No, you have a crying baby in the house. I don't want no
Tony, thank you so much.
So,
thank you for making an awesome product.
My pleasure. Okay.
And we'll talk to you soon. Thank you, Tony.
Take care.